guys, it's me, Kai. This is the human behind the voice that you guys are getting to know very well here at Bad Time Bakery. If I sound different, it's because I do. I've got something all up in here, you guys, just all up in the throat affecting my voice, okay? Today we're gonna be making peppermint bark inspired soaps. Let me tell you a little bit about the journey that led to me actually making this soap that we're gonna be making in this video together today. Started off as I made some peppermint bark pie soaps, you guys, and this was on a Saturday. Made these soaps and I loved them so much that I was like, you know what, I need to also make these as bars of soaps because I think this is better for like handheld cutesy thing you leave, you know, by your sink, but maybe not necessarily body, even though you can use it for body. So I thought, let me go ahead and make these as bars of soap, you guys, and that is how these bad boys were born. So gorgeous, gorgeous. And I will tell you this, they're not just gorgeous, they smell fantastic, so they're really invigorating the senses, but they also work. They actually clean your body, you guys, and they're gentle at the same time. So I've been able to marry beauty and functionality together in this product, and all my products, to be quite honest. And the other fun thing is, because I'm a new soaper, I consider myself a new soaper. I don't think I've even made 20 soaps yet, but I'm getting close. But my aesthetic is developing. I really like having color at the bottom that's separate from the body of the soap. And that's something that I've noticed I've been leaning towards. I've done it a lot lately with soaps that I've made. Here's another one that I have that I can show you guys readily. These ones, totally inspired by Christmas. They don't look Christmassy. They smell a little Christmassy, but they also smell winter-esque / springy. So this one is great. I'm gonna make a couple more batches of this one because this one will carry me a few months because it's seasonally appropriate. But anyway, you guys, I could go on and on forever. I've been talking for 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but it's gonna be a rarity that you'll probably see my face popping in these videos like this. Any of you guys who are dealing with some sort of respiratory jazz, I wish you well. T-Rex is taking really good care of me right now. My son is so cute. Last night, I really was having a rough night. This cold had really hit me bad. And the little man just came up to me and gave me a hug because he wanted me to feel better. Oh. And then mommy had to say, no, I don't want you to get my cold, but I did take a little bit of that hug selfishly. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate your time. And before I go, are you following me on Instagram? Are you following me on Facebook? Have you signed up for my newsletter? Have you subscribed to this channel? All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Be blessed. Bye.
Gotta keep my voice down, you guys. I am editing this video at 2:30 a.m. But this is my lye water, and the reason why it looks different is because I have replaced a significant amount of the water with organic milk. You know what time it is, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and pour our milky lye water into our melted oils and butters. And the stick blender is not on here. I just like to do this before I start stick blending. I don't really know why. I don't know if it even serves any purpose other than just visual pleasure. Now I'm actually stick blending my oils, butters, and milky lye water together. So this is a milky soap, and I just want to caution you that if you've never tried this before, go ahead and look at some videos and even articles about how to incorporate milk into your lye water. At some point I will post a video and talk about how I do it in general. But not today. All right, I sped that up so you can see now that I have achieved light trace. And so I think it's safe to move on to the next steps. All right, so we are going to be using 3 colors for this soap today. So I'm going to be splitting my soap. We're going to be using brown and red and white, which makes sense, right? Since we're making peppermint bark soap. Okay, so I am using a couple of fragrance oil combinations. This right here is going to be our brown base, and the fragrance oil combo that I used had vanilla in it. Alright, so I've just added my cocoa powder. I like to mix it in first, and then I'm going to go in with the stick blender to really blend that in beautifully. And an easier method really is to blend the cocoa powder in or mix it with oil first, then add that oil to your soaps. It would mix seamlessly. And I'm patting the heck out of this right now. I'm just trying to get any air bubbles out because I feel like there's some in there, and you can usually hear it. And I just don't want to infuse all those bubbles in there only to tap it and try and get rid of them later. So that's why you guys see me doing that often in this video. I am going to pipe frosting on top of these soaps, and it's going to be the same color as the base. So after I color the base, I'm now partitioning a few ounces and let that, set while I make the rest of the soap, and then I'm going to pipe that on top. But I do this so that the colors match on the top and the bottom. Alright, so now moving on to building the soap, quote unquote. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pour that base all up in there. I mean, every bit of it. We are done with that brown with the exception of what we've already separated for later use. And I quite like mica lines, so we're gonna go ahead and add some gold eco glitter and use that for a mica line. It's gonna be a very light touch to the soap, but I don't know, there's just something kind of elegant about it, so we're doing it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the rest of the soap. We have two more things to do with this one, but first we're going to add our fragrance oil. Now this fragrance oil combo, they don't have vanillin in it, and that's going to be a lot easier for me to work with. So I'm going to mix that fragrance oil in, and then once I've added it in, I don't know if you can see that the soap is now becoming a little bit more fluid again. And we're going to split this color, or we're going to split this soap here into two colors, red and white. We are splitting and coloring all at the same time. That is Really Red Pigment by Nurture Soap mixed with safflower oil, and now I'm adding some of that soap in there to get the red. And we are going to color the remaining soap with a mix of titanium dioxide and safflower oil to get a beautiful white. So I'm just going to hand mix that in. Normally I like to stick blend when I use the titanium dioxide. I like to stick blend it into the soap, but this one just turned out beautiful after hand mixing it, so I decided to skip that step. Okay, so this is my second time doing in the pot swirl. The first time I tried to do it with cupcakes, I think I swirled too much. So it just looked kind of like a mushy blend. So I'm really gonna try and do it right this time around. But I think I nailed it, you guys. I nailed it, but here's what it looks like. I'm not feeling so confident while I'm doing this. But all I know is not to be stir crazy. I promise you, this is going to feel incomplete. I don't even do the traditional 8. I just go around and I just kind of cut through and come back on the other end. And that was it, you guys. Here's the fun part. We're going to go ahead and pour our peppermint bark on top of our brown layer. You guys, we did it. We've gotten through the hardest part, I think, of this soap. So now we're going to just go ahead and spinny, swirly, whatever you want to call this, the top. I absolutely have no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing it. I just spin anywhere I think needs spinning and swirl wherever I think needs swirling. And I want it to look nice because part of this is going to be visible on top of the bar of soap. And of course, you know I do love spreading glitter on things, so we've got to do it. And this is the same glitter that I used for the mica line. Just wanted to show you how our frosting has set while we made the soap, and it's already ready to be piped. All right, you guys, so I did prep some of what I wanted to decorate the soap with, and that right there, oh my gosh, that right there is shredded melt and pour soap. So I'm just kind of using it on top as shavings. I don't really know why I picked it. I just wanted something white on top. So whenever I have extra soap, I do like to repurpose it, not necessarily rebatch it, but find ways of adding it into my soaps for decor. So I think that makes my soaps a little bit more unique because each batch is a little different. However, this is all I did. I just shaved the side, and even though in the clip you see down below, it's lighter in the center, it darkens in about a half an hour's time. And so I did that, then I manipulated it a little bit into rolls, and that's what you see me placing on this beautiful loaf of soap here. Love bugs, we are still working with the melt and pour shavings. So these are red, these are longer and a little curlier, and I just wanted a pop of red again to tie in with the whole red of the whole peppermint bark theme. You guys, I hope you like this. One more detail, you guys, and that is to add little chocolate cubes. This is cold processed soap that I made, that I cut up, and again repurposing, and they all have the same recipes, so makes it easy to do. Here's the final loaf, you guys. This is what it looks like. I think it's very beautiful, very unique looking, gorgeous nonetheless. You guys, let's see what this end looks like. Oh, that turned out so beautiful. And just so you know, the frosting and the base is going to get darker. All right, you guys. So if you haven't already, please be sure to like this video as well as subscribe to my channel. Your continued support would mean a lot to me. And in addition to subscribing, please be sure to hit the notification bell so that you're aware of my postings. This beautiful soap will be available for purchase November 24th, 2019. I'll have all of the links down below, but make sure to check out badtimebakery.com, our website, first before heading over to our Etsy store. As always, you guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. Happy holidays, y'all.